Tonight going to be doing a speed run, well not really a speed run, going to be going through the daily quest for Yule in LotRO. So this is the quest you get from Mara Sandydan in the spirit of Yule to do 10 Yule Fest activities. So I'm going to not speed run it per se, but basically show you the easiest way to get your 10 quests done for the daily. So we start here, it's now 7:16 PM here, so we'll see how quickly I can finish the quests. It's easier when people don't stand on the NPC.
Will you let me
so you can do this moving them off quest. I don't like to do it because you're basically just like sending the beggars away so they can't survive. It is an easy quest to finish, but you don't need to do it. So I'm going to pick up these two.
Would you do something for me?
So I do this Charitable Spirit quest, which is like the opposite of that sending the beggars off one. It does cost you coins, but I find you don't really need the coins anyway. Like I'm probably already at the cap for the Yule Festival coins. The annoying thing about this charity quest is that when other people do the quest that's sending the beggars away, it gets rid of the NPCs, so you can't finish your quest.
Speak my piece.
Which is another reason not to do the moving them off one, because it's just a pain for other players as well.
Would you do something
so we'll take all of these quests. I'll talk about them more
Could I speak with
when
you
I
a
get
moment?
to them. So this fireworks one is the quest we got from Gareth Rust, I think it was. So I see this as kind of the coins you get from this quest pay for what you spend on the charity one, because you're kind of stealing coins from these people, which is not very nice, but it's sort of, if you combine the two quests, it's kind of a Robin Hood effect, where you're stealing from the wealthy patrons and giving it to the poor people in the town. So I guess that's my way of justifying robbing these people. So we'll go from here to the Keg Quest. We don't need to turn in any of these yet. Anytime that you see the beggar NPCs spawned, you should talk to them, because like right now, because there's always people coming by and doing the other quest. Alright, so now I can go over here to part of the food quests here to make bread. You also have the Keg Quest here. So for the Keg Quest, you want to avoid these eyeballs, which are watcher NPCs. I should probably be able to run by as soon as I grab this. So the quickest way to do it, make sure there's not a watcher here. You run around this corner, make sure there's not a watcher here, which there isn't, and then jump over this wall, and the guy you take the keg to is there. So that's that quest done.
What is this world
Now
coming
we can jump on our horse and head out of town to start clearing up the other quests. So here you have the Snowman Quest. There's a deed to make all the snowmen, so if you haven't done that, you can do a different snowman each time, but by far the easiest one to do is this broken snowman. Just grab a stick from here. The coal is back at the oven where we were making bread just now, but I'll grab that later. So the interesting thing about the Yule Festival is that a lot of the quests need other players. So like this snowball field quest counts towards it, but the time I played, there never seemed to be any players there, and so you can't finish that quest without someone else being in the snowball field to throw the snowballs at. Sometimes people are really nice and they AFK in the field so that other people can come and get credit for the quest. But it's kind of the opposite to the competitive quests, the ones where you have to compete, like that one with the beggars where you're competing with other players. Those are best to do at times when there's few people on. Like right now there's 155 people on the social, whereas if I went at kind of peak time there'd be upwards of 500. So I find it's best to try and do I do the dailies at times when there's few people playing, but if you're doing those ones that rely on other players, you should do them when there's more people around. So these trolls are for the Unwilling Firewood quest, which I've now finished. So moving on to the next one, we have the Wintry Weather and the Winter Berries for the Stuff in the Stuffed quest down here by the lake. You should probably turn your brightness down on your screen before doing this quest, because these wintry weathers have a visual effect that I find really hurts my eyes. See it there? It's not so bad at night time in the game, but if you do it during daytime it can be really eye-wateringly bright. And some of these quests might not be available until you do the like yearly Yule quest, which involves this place here, the one where you have to choose between helping the poor people or helping the mayor. So if any of these quests aren't available to you, then just do that quest first. It only takes about 5 to 10 minutes to do the entire thing. Okay, so we've got our berries now. Now we're going to bring cheer to the snow beasts. So the key trick with this snow beast quest is that you can actually cheer the same snow beast several times. There we go. Quest done. I think you have to be fairly fast with that to there's a certain point where you can't interact with it anymore. I think maybe while it's moving between resting places. But if you just like hit enter a few times to resubmit the command, or click on the emote button quite quickly, it should work. So we've got our mushrooms now, heading back to town. So now while we're running around the town turning in these quests, easier to go through this door, we want to try and get to the other beggars that we haven't given money to yet. So there's one that spawns here, which is normally the hardest to interact with because there's always players coming in here. I've also got some lag.
Tell me what you need or move along. Can't you leave me to my misery?
Got the Sandy Downs as well. Let me talk to this guy before this person makes it disappear.
Day. What can I do for you?
So I think the last NPC that we have to give coins to is over here.
Hello there. Greetings.
we've done 5 quests now. The coal for the snowman is here. We have 2 quests to turn in down at Mabel Mitford down here.
What can I do for you? How can I be of service?
So there's a quest here called Tidying Up. I don't bother with it, it's a garbage quest, both literally and figuratively. You have to clean up like garbage from around the town, but interacting with each thing takes like 10 seconds and you have to do it about 40 times, so it's just a massive time wasting quest and you don't have to do it to finish the daily, so I don't bother with it. But if there's any reason that you can't do any of these other quests, that's another option. So we've done the Broken Snowman quest. We're now at 8 quests. So for the 9th one, we'll go into the instance join. So we're going to do the Yule quest. Don't want to do it at level 130. So do that at level 50. So for example, if you're not playing on a level 130 character, maybe it will be quite hard for you to do this this daily quest if you can't find a group for it. So in that case, you can do the Tidying Up quest, or you could do the Snowball Fight quest if you can find players to throw snowballs at. As I said earlier, because there's nobody in there right now, I can't get any credit for that. So the other quest, what I'm going to use for the 10th, is the so my 10th quest will be the Globe Theatre quest. So that's kind of similar to the Snowball Fight in that you need a certain number of people for it to work, but it tends to be better populated than the Snowball Field. People that are more often people just AFK in there. And so that's what I'm going to do at the end of this. Once I've finished this Sorbigan quest, I will go AFK in the Globe and get the credit for that quest. So yeah, Storvigan just, every time his HP goes green, he summons a new group of ads that when you're playing level 130 champ, you could just clear them in a single attack. So I forgot to loot this box last time. Right, so that's our 9th quest. We'll head now to the Globe Theatre. So it's been 12 minutes. We're basically done now with the daily. The last quest is just, we'll just AFK in the theatre. Obviously you don't have to AFK, you can stand there and participate in the play if you want to.
Could I take a moment of your time?
So yeah, 13 minutes for the Yule quest. Looks like there's enough people in here that we're going to be able to get credit as long as they don't all leave. So that's the 10 quests. I'll come back in, well, I'll stop the stream here, but I'll come back in, say, 5 minutes Or maybe I'll just pause the stream so that you can see the ending. But yeah, that's the 10 quests in 13 minutes and you have your daily done. So not a big time commitment to do every day and get the meta quests done, and that will get you meta quest will get you Essence Reclamation Scrolls, Pigments of Splendor, and I think some Virtue experience as well for the final one. So yeah, I'll come back in 5 minutes to just show the end. So it looks like I actually got credit for that quest just by running in right at the end there. So I didn't even need to AFK. So that's the quest done. Really perfect timing there. I actually probably could have, even with that final quest, still got the whole thing done in 13 or 14 minutes. So then we just run back to Mara over here. And that's our daily done. So I hope that was useful for you. I'll probably be doing another one of these for the spring and Farmers Fair festivals and Midsummer. Midsummer's probably the most complicated one, but I already did one for the Harvest Festival a couple of months ago, so if you need a guide for the Harvest Festival, check that one out on my YouTube channel.